Hello, my Stoic brothers. Today we are going to be talking about who Melchizedek was and his cultural impact. If you enjoy the video, don't forget to like and subscribe as it helps me a lot. Without further ado, let's dive in. Chapter 1. Who was Melchizedek? This is a name that appears only a few times in Scripture, yet his presence carries an air of deep mystery and divine significance. Who was this enigmatic priest-king who blessed Abraham? Why does he appear suddenly and disappear just as quickly? And why, centuries later, does the New Testament link him directly to Jesus Christ? Chapter 2. The Meeting with Abraham. In the book of Genesis, Melchizedek emerges from the shadows of history. No introduction, no genealogy, no known origin. He is simply called the King of Salem, meaning peace. He is also identified as the priest of the Most High God. At a time when the world was full of warring kings and corrupt rulers, here stands a figure of righteousness, offering blessings instead of conquest, peace instead of war. Chapter 3. A Sacred Act. After Abraham's victory in battle, Melchizedek approaches him, bringing out bread and wine, a sacred offering, a blessing. He acknowledges Abraham's victory as not merely a military success, but a divine triumph, attributing it to the hand of God. And in a striking act of reverence, Abraham gives him a tenth of everything he has, tithing to a man whose origins are unknown, but whose authority is unquestioned. Chapter 4. The Vanishing Priest King. And then, just as suddenly as he appears, he is gone. Centuries pass. His name is barely mentioned again, yet it lingers in the background of biblical history. Then, in Psalm 110, his name is revived. You are a priest forever in the order of Melchizedek. A prophecy, a whisper of something greater to come. Chapter 5. A priest without beginning or end. It is the writer of Hebrews who finally unveils the significance of Melchizedek in the grand design of Scripture. He is not just a historical figure, he is a foreshadowing, a glimpse of something divine. Unlike the priests of Israel who could only serve because of their lineage, Melchizedek was chosen, his priesthood coming directly from God. A priest outside of time, outside of tradition. A priesthood that was far superior and eternal. Chapter 6. The Connection to Jesus Christ. This is where the connection to Jesus Christ becomes undeniable. Just as Melchizedek was both king and priest, Jesus Christ would also hold both titles. Just as Melchizedek had no recorded beginning or end, Jesus Christ is the Alpha and the Omega, eternal in his nature. Just as Melchizedek offered bread and wine, Christ would later take those same elements and transform them into a new covenant. His body, his blood, given for the salvation of many. Chapter 7. Theories about his identity. But the mystery remains. Who was he? Some believe he was simply a historical figure, a priest king ruling over Salem, the ancient city that would one day become Jerusalem. Others speculate that he was Shem, the righteous son of Noah, carrying on the worship of the true God in a world that had turned to idolatry. Some take the mystery even further. Was he an angel in human form, sent to bless Abraham at a critical moment in history? Or was he something greater, a Christophany, an early appearance of Christ himself before the incarnation? Chapter 8. A priest without a lineage. His sudden appearance, his role as both king and priest, and his complete absence of genealogy make him unlike any other figure in the Old Testament. Every major biblical character comes with a lineage, a history, a recorded family line. But not Melchizedek. It is as if he steps into history from another realm, accomplishing his purpose and vanishing once more. Chapter 9. A glimpse of the eternal priesthood. One thing is certain. His existence points to something far greater. He serves as a bridge between the old covenant and the new, a figure who reminds us that true righteousness is not inherited, but granted by God, that true authority does not come from bloodlines, but from divine appointment. Melchizedek's presence in Scripture is brief, yet his impact is eternal. His life remains a mystery, but his purpose is undeniable. He was a glimpse of what was to come, a signpost pointing directly to Jesus Christ, the true and eternal High Priest. Chapter 10. Who is Melchizedek? So who is Melchizedek? A man, an angel, or something more? His name may be spoken only a few times in Scripture, but his significance cannot be ignored. His priesthood was not one that passed away, it was one that pointed to eternity. And his presence in biblical history reminds us that there is always more to the story than what is seen on the surface. Thanks for watching, my Stoic brothers. Thank you for everything. I love you all and hope to see you in the next video.